Hey, science learners, welcome. Today we're going to set up a new experiment. And you're like, oh my gosh, Miss Hudson, we've done a ton of experiments so far. We're doing another one. We sure are. The trouble with this one is we got to set it up and we've got to let it sit for a few days over the weekend, hopefully. So we're going to set it up today and be ready for it when we come back again. And some of you I have already seen in class. And some of you I'm waiting to see, okay? But that's no problem. Following along in the video, you're going to need, of course, the materials that I've listed, and you're going to need your journal. We're going to start here in our journal. Our question today is, what is a variable? And we're going to set up your page in your journal and update your table of contents like usual. And then we're going to set up that experiment, what is a variable. So let's start with our table of contents page, which should be the very front page. And today's date is 9/9, and its title is What is a Variable? And we are located on page 6 so far of your journal. So just pause the video, take a minute, and update your table of contents, okay? All right, welcome back. Now we're going to flip to the page. What is a variable? And what I need you to do is write what is a variable here at the top. And then I need you to copy this chart down, copy it down. And Miss Hudson highlighted her chart in a blue highlighter, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. It's just making it easier to see. So pause the video right here and create your what is a variable page. You've got fresh bread, wax paper, plastic bag paper, and uncovered. Okay? Pause it. All right, if you're back, you can go ahead and set up your class claim and your class evidence as always, or you can wait till we go over the experiment next week. And so we're going to move into the setting it up. So you're done with your journal, and what you're going to need today is a plate and a slice of bread. Don't eat it. It's for science. You're also going to need some wax paper. If you don't have wax paper, you can use some saran wrap. We really want to test the wax paper, so I hope you have some. If not, you can always watch the video with Miss Hudson. I'm going to go over how it's going to be to fill in the chart. You can just fill in the chart with us. It's fine. So if you don't have wax paper, please don't stress. Grandpa, grandma, anybody out going to buy some wax paper from the store. Every time we have a science experiment, if I'm getting lots of complaints from unhappy parents, grandparents, having to go get stuff, then we have to stop, okay? And we start doing more virtual experiments where you're just clicking buttons. And that doesn't seem like it's much fun as doing it with your hands, right? So if you're one of my virtual learners out there in the world and you don't have wax paper, please don't stress anybody out going to buy some. Just watch the video with me and do the parts that you do have. Because I have a feeling everybody's got a plastic bag at home. You might not have wax paper at home. You might have it at home. Who knows? But if you have it, you need some. You also need either a piece of newspaper or a paper bag. I say or. You're not going to use both. You use one or the other, okay? All right, you ready? What we're going to do is we're going to take your piece of bread and you're going to fold it in half and tear it along the fold. Oh, now I got two. Yep. Oh. And then you're going to do it again. And make a half. So we're making fourths. We take each piece of bread and we're turning it into 4 pieces. 1/4. 2/4 make a half. Math and science are like that. Okay. Now, you're going to put the pieces on your plate like so. It's not lunch. Please don't eat it. I want you to take the paper bag or the piece of paper and you're going to put one of your bread pieces into the paper bag or the newspaper, and you're going to wrap it up like that. Don't use anything to seal it. Just crimp the edges so that the bread's in there. See? Oh, all right. Then you're going to use your plastic bag, and you're going to put one of the pieces in there, like so. And you're going to seal it. I like to get the air out. And seal it all the way up. And I'm put it back on the plate. And then you're going to get that piece of wax paper see you. And you're going to wrap another of the pieces of bread in it. So what are we changing? You're right. We're changing what we're wrapping the bread in. So on your plate, you should have a piece in a paper bag, a piece in a plastic bag, a piece wrapped up in wax paper, and then an uncovered piece. Okay? And real quick, I want us to take a minute and look at this uncovered piece. I'm going to use my senses to make observations as a scientist, because scientists use observations, their number one tool. So I'm going to use my senses. I'm going to look at it. Oh, I'm going to touch it. Right now, it feels very soft. Oh, and it smells very bready. It's harder on the crust side than it is in the center. It's got brown and white specks. You see the brown and white specks throughout the piece? Ooh, it's nice and soft on the center on that edge right there. Okay. I'm not going to taste it though, because no. So I'm going to use my journal. And to grab my journal. And oh no, I forgot my pencil. Give me just a second. Here we go. And you see where it says fresh bread in the chart that you made at the top? I'm going to say it smelled like yeast. That's what makes that bread that bready smell. It was soft in center, harder on crust. It was brown and white flecks or bits in it. So my fresh bread smelled like yeast. It was soft in the center, harder on the crust. It was brown and white with flecks in it. I'm going to put it up close by the camera. If you wanted to pause right here, write this down. Or you can make your own observations, right? On what your bread looked like. And then I'm going to put it back on the plate. So we are going to set our experiment somewhere out of the way now. Please let your mom or grandma or aunt or uncle or brother or sister know that they're not supposed to mess with your science experiment, okay? And in a few days, we're going to come back and we're going to examine the pieces and see if what has changed has affected the piece of bread in different ways, okay? And then we're going to talk about what a variable is and make our claim and evidence. All right, guys. Have a good weekend. Talk to you later. Bye.